Hey y'all, welcome back to Maya Makes It. Now you already know by the title that in today's video, I am going to be making foods from one of my favorite movies for the next 24 hours. Now I am super excited for this video. At this point you're probably wondering, well, what's your favorite movie? I have several, but one of my all-time favorites is a movie called Just Right. Now if you haven't seen Just Right, it stars Queen Latifah and Common, and through a few twists and turns, they end up falling in love and it all works out. So this movie is perfect for me because I am a huge hopeless romantic, and so I have watched it probably near 1,000 times, no joke. And so for today's video, we are going to start out with breakfast. So in the opening scene of the movie, you see Queen Latifah, whose character's name is Leslie Wright, making an egg sandwich like for breakfast. So I have my laptop and we are going to watch that opening clip so that we can get like a refresher, as if I haven't seen this movie enough times, but I'm doing it for y'all for research. So let's check out the opening scene with breakfast. Okay, so now that we've done our research, I know that she had a typical like egg sandwich. Now this for me is like classic. My mom used to make it a lot for me and my sister, like before school in the morning. So we are going to head to the kitchen and make the egg sandwich for breakfast. Let's go.
So just like in the movie, I am going to start off by scrambling 2 eggs, and I'll whisk that up with a fork. And then I seasoned them with a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and some garlic powder. And then I also threw in some green onions just for some added flavor and color. Now this is a trick my dad always did. Just before the eggs are finished, I added in a little bit of sour cream and mixed that up, and some cheese as well. So I pulled out the toast from the toaster oven and added the eggs to my sandwich, and then I was ready to enjoy.
Okay, so the egg sandwich is done, so let's give it a taste. I'm excited, it looks good. Super simple, but delicious, and an easy breakfast. I'm gonna go finish breakfast and then I'll check back in with y'all at lunchtime. All right, y'all, so it has been a few hours since breakfast, and so now I'm ready for lunch. And I thought for lunch we would use one of my favorite scenes from the movie, where you can actually start to see Leslie and Scott, who's played by Common. They're falling in love, and you really start to see them, you know, like vibing and everything. And then she catches a cold, so she kind of gets sick, and he makes her some soup. And so in this particular scene, it looks like it's probably some like chicken noodle soup, right? And so I thought that I would give it a try and make some chicken noodle soup for the first time. We're gonna go with a really simple chicken noodle soup. I've actually never made chicken noodle soup, so we are going to follow a recipe that I found, and I'll be sure to link it down below so that y'all can check it out if you'd like to make it yourself. So we're gonna head to the kitchen just like before and make some lunch.
So for the soup, I found a super simple recipe online that only takes about 30 minutes. So I went ahead and chopped up the carrots, the celery, the onions, and some garlic. I also shredded some chicken, so this is like rotisserie chicken, and that just saves you a couple of steps. So I started off by putting the butter in the pot and then adding in the vegetables. And you just saute that down until the onion becomes translucent and the vegetables soften up a little bit. Once the onions were soft, I added in my chicken broth, and then I threw in the bay leaf as well, and I let it simmer. And then towards the end, once the vegetables were already completely softened, I added in the pasta and the shredded chicken and gave it all a stir. And then I was ready to serve it up.
All right, so this looks amazing. So let's give it a taste. It smells so good. It is really good, okay. Yeah, for a first time, this is delicious. Okay, so dinner is gonna take a little bit longer, so I'm gonna get started on it right away.
So I'm not inserting the clip of the scene where they talked about the cocoa bread, but I'm encouraging you to go watch it yourself so that you can let me know what you think. So for the bread recipe, it only took 8 simple ingredients, and it really was just a matter of mixing it all together. And then I had to let it rest twice. So for the first time, it rested for 1.5 to 2 hours. And then after you portion it out into the 10 bread rolls, you will let it rest again for another 15 minutes or so. And then they baked in the oven for 15 minutes and they came out golden brown and were super delicious. And I forgot to mention that one of the key steps was brushing them with butter. So after you roll them out into like a small circle, you brush it with butter and then you fold it over and then you brush it with butter again. And then when they come out of the oven, you brush them in butter for the final time. But I promise the butter makes it worth it.
So our sandwich is ready with the cocoa bread, and I'm ready for this. This looks amazing. I might have stuffed it a little too full, but I think we can make it work. Amazing. I just put some shredded chicken in it with a little bit of barbecue sauce and some buffalo sauce. So I finished dinner and I really enjoyed it. I had never had cocoa bread before, and so it was my first time eating it and making it. And I'll link the website down below of where I got the bread recipe. It was from a blog called Immaculate Bites, and it was really good. It was super soft, and her instructions were great. So y'all be sure to check that out. And then for dessert, I thought we would make the cookies that Leslie makes for Scott. It's kind of like a picker-upper when he's feeling a little bit down. And so I'll insert the clip right here so that y'all can see the scene I'm talking about.
What's that? You don't know about that right there. That right there is my surefire, eyes closed from half court, switch, slam dunk, cheer up, Remy. Cheering you up already. That one.
Marshmallows and chocolate chips. I don't think so.
You might like it.
I'm good.
Just try one.
Now, these cookies are super simple to put together. Just grab your favorite chocolate chip cookies and then dollop some marshmallow cream on one of the cookies and then sandwich it together. And then you're ready to eat.
Okay, so now that y'all have seen how to make the dessert, I actually have them right here with me, and they're so cute. Can y'all see those? I would have never thought about doing marshmallows and chocolate chip cookies together, but I mean, hey, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So let's give them a taste. Yes. Really good. Probably way more sugar than I need, but delicious. Alright, so that's it for today's video, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this one and eating foods from one of my favorite movies for 24 hours. And so if y'all would like to see more videos like this one or have some suggestions for some different food videos I can make, be sure to comment down below and let me know. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all next week. Bye!